The U.S. has accused Russia of developing an anti-satellite nuclear weapon to put in space, an allegation that Moscow has flatly denied. The United States and Russia are set to face off over nuclear weapons in space on Wednesday at the United Nations Security Council, which is due to vote on a U.S.-drafted resolution calling on countries to prevent an arms race in outer space. Russia is expected to block the draft resolution, said some diplomats. The U.S. move comes after it accused Moscow of developing an anti-satellite nuclear weapon to put in space, an allegation that Russia's defense minister has flatly denied. U.S. Ambassador to the UN Linda Thomas-Greenfield and Japan's UN Ambassador Yamazaki Kazuyuki said in a joint statement on Friday that they have been negotiating with Security Council members on the draft text for 6 weeks. The text affirms the obligation of states to comply with the Outer Space Treaty and calls on countries to contribute actively to the objective of the peaceful use of outer space and of the prevention of an arms race in outer space. Also read Russia warns of direct clash with West over Ukraine military aid. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty bars signatories, including Russia and the United States, from placing in orbit around the Earth any objects carrying nuclear weapons or any other kinds of weapons of mass destruction. Russia and China are planning to first put an amendment to a vote in the Council. The amendment echoes a 2008 proposal by the pair for a treaty banning any weapons in outer space and threats or use of force against outer space objects. Unbalanced, harmful. The amendment is not expected to be adopted, said diplomats. The amendment and the draft resolution each require at least 9 votes in favor and no vetoes by Russia, China, the United States, Britain, or France to be adopted. Without our amendment, based on the General Assembly resolution adopted in December 2023, the text tabled by the U.S. will be unbalanced, harmful, and politicized, Deputy Russian UN Ambassador Dmitry Polyansky told Reuters, adding that it would also undermine the Outer Space Treaty legal regime. Polyansky said, all questions relating to this sphere should be considered by the full membership of states parties to this treaty and not by the UN Security Council members only. Also read U.S. aid for Ukraine won't change military situation. Russia. U.S. intelligence officials, according to 3 people familiar with their findings, believe the Russian capability to be a space-based nuclear bomb whose electromagnetic radiation, if detonated, would disable vast networks of satellites. White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby has said Russia has not yet deployed such a weapon. Russian President Vladimir Putin said in February that Russia was against the deployment of nuclear weapons in space. Governments have increasingly viewed satellites in Earth's orbit as crucial assets that enable an array of military capabilities on Earth, with space-based communications and satellite-connected drones in the war in Ukraine serving as recent examples of the outsized role of space in modern warfare.